Hey, back again. So, as I was filming earlier, I thought about something. I'm often talking about enablers and codependence and everything, and I always use target as a reference, just meaning circles, because when you have the individual in the middle, the qualifier, or the person that's discharging the behavior, preferring the permission statements and everything, that's the center. And I was thinking, hey, I got a shirt on. I can use the shirt as an example. So here's the individual. In my case, it's the respondent, my spouse, the alcoholic. And I say alcoholic, I'm going to read you guys the court paperwork. She admitted she was an alcoholic back then. She has two DUIs, less than a year apart. Uh, More alcohol in her system on the second one. I mean, this goes back years and years and years. And so when I was saying that she started drinking again, excessively drinking and driving, the behavior she was doing in front of our son, she didn't do that in front of her son. Matter of fact, she complained to the court in San Diego that the guardians that had control of her child, because she had surrendered that control selfishly, um, then she was angry about it later on, that somebody would tell her what to do with her child when she had unrestrained 100% control of the child, because his father was never in the picture, still doesn't want nothing to do with the kid. So she had unrestrained, like what most parents would dream to have that are not married to their spouse or in a relationship. She had unrestrained control, and she squandered it for Marvin Mace, Cheddar Bob, um, and the behaviors that she was doing, her friends, the enablers. So here she is in the middle. These are the people who partook in the behavior, since she was a teenager, the drinkers and the partiers and the friends. And the other ones as an adult, right here, the other label. And some of these are part of this. Some of these are part of the same one right here. So when she was doing all this stuff that got her in trouble and she caused herself to lose the control of her child, and had protection orders put in place because she could not be trusted because of the alcoholism. Um, these people were still trying to encourage her to continue doing it. And so when we moved away, it's horrible for you to try to recover in your stomping grounds, because you're going to be hanging around people that haven't got to that point yet. And as much as they say they love you, they're going to want to bring you down, because it's like you're here, they're there, at least on the ladder of where you want to get to. Like, say here, you're trying to go to school, you're trying to build yourself up, trying to become a homeowner, whatever. It doesn't have to be a homeowner to get up here. It could be something else. It could be you could be a successful business, you could be a successful parent, whatever it is. I'm just saying, whatever upward you're trying to get to, sometimes those people aren't there yet, or they're not ready to get there. They're still battling whatever it is: permission statements, thinking errors, addictions, um, toxic relationships. It's crazy. These friends of hers, like Jennifer Garcia, they joke about it and brag about being toxic, like it's funny. Oh, I'm the bad influence. I don't know who's the bad influence. Is it you or is it me? I think oh, my toxic. She calls herself toxic, and like glorifies the behavior, but she can't even pay her rent, always moving from place to place. And she has a mad skill. She has a wonderful skill, her and her husband. But one of her most toxic friends and enablers is a fuck up, man. Just straight up fuck up. I don't know how to say it other than that. It's like we left San Diego like 10, 11 years ago, whatever. She's still in the same position, if not a worse position than when we left. So that can't be just life happening when you have a skill set like they have. There's got to be contributing factors. So people like Jennifer Garcia, the weenie and everything, it makes it all funny. I'm gonna be reading their posts too. Thank you, Jennifer, for putting all that stuff on the internet so that I can cite that and show that it's not just me. It ain't just me. It ain't just the bitter husband. No, let them see who y'all really are. You know what I mean? Because I went to you. That's what we're here to talk about. So the ones that are out here, these are the positive people that are like in like healthy marriages. They may go through the crazy stuff that everybody else does, but they're in, and they're seeing it through, and they're doing their thing, and they're using positive steps and energy, and evaluating thinking errors, and getting through that. They're way out here. We don't hardly ever see them, even if they live closer. Like the ones in San Jose, we only see them every once in the blue moon. San Jose is like 2 hours away. But the toxic ones right here, they're still drunk, and right when they see her, bam, girl, let's get drunk, and they do that shit. Those ones live 525 miles away, 7 hours each way, but we see them more. Those are the ones, and they don't ever. These ones came up one time The 525-mile one-way trip, they only came up one time in all this time. I love you. So fake. So fake. One time they came up. But yet we're expected to go down there, and they're going to have 1,000,001 excuses and reasons. But look, if you take your whole stimulus and blow it getting coked out in Las Vegas and everything, you could have spent some of that money to get a plane ticket and came up to the Bay to see your friend that you love so much, but you're fake. But the ones that are up positive minded, those are the people that are way out here. The mitas over in Santa Rosa and the good positive people, nah, they're way out here. The ones that are on this inner closest ring, those are the most toxic people. And that should be the adverse of that, so that you have strength, so that when you see those toxic people, you have enough in front of you that built up, because it's hard once you're trying to, if you've been messing up and you're trying to gain momentum, until you get enough momentum, it's hard. That's not to say that you couldn't be going full speed and still fall all the way back down. But then people is just like going in a circle right here. And they're spinning, but it's not moving. As opposed to most people get that thing going and the wheel keeps moving. And these people, right when they see you, they want to go right back to the toxic moment, knowing everything it cost you. That's not real good friends. That's fake. Jennifer, you're fake. You're really fake. Because at any moment, all the stuff about Mariana and how you're, my Mariana died. Why not get sober for Mariana? You know what I mean? Why not get sober for Mariana? Make that. Like, you know what? My friend lost her life as a result. She was raped repeatedly, stabbed repeatedly, and then lit on fire, man. Why don't you say, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to get clean and sober like a normal person would for that individual. For Mariana. Instead of, I'm going to get more drunk and fuck. Look at me. I'm doing the same stupid shit that led to my friend getting killed. You're fake. You're fake. For real. But anywho, I mean, grow the fuck up, man. You all got a wonderful... you guys got a wonderful skill set, man. I wish I had a skill set like that. I would be even further along in progress right now. I don't have that, so I have to work even harder. But that ain't gonna stop me. And unfortunately, the more you cut out these toxic people or put them on the further rings, the smaller your circle shall be and the fewer people that you'll have as friends. But them other people, if they're that toxic, they want to take you back and you give yourself permission and you justify their shit, you might be a narcissist. Be careful, because them toxic friends, they love a narcissist, because the narcissist needs them. They need the narcissist, because instead of them saying, you could do better, we could do better, I want to get to where you're at, I'm going to follow in your footsteps, show me how. Instead, they're trying to drag you down. They're trying to drag you down. You know, so like as if somebody's drowning, you try to save them, you got to push off of them, let them drown if they need to, and then resuscitate them when you get them out of the water. But don't let them toxic people be on that closest circle right here. Put them on the outside. You know what I mean? Because if you get so much momentum and you see them, and the very first thing they want to do is push the shit out in front of you that they know cost you so much, man, fuck that. Fuck Jennifer. Fuck Maricela. You know what? When we talk about Maricela, I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, if you get cheated on once, twice, 3 times, that's you as a part of the problem, because you aren't having the self-respect to kind of just like move along. And it's crazy because this toxic friend of hers, the new toxic friend that came in the last few years when we moved to Napa, she was getting cheated on, so her mother was always giving her shit, and because of that, and she's in a leadership role. You know, if you're a parent and you're letting that stuff happen, you're letting your kids see that, that kind of promotes that behavior later on as to be tolerated. But the mother was always giving her shit. But who's the mother? The mother married some dude doing life in prison for murder. Life in prison. He may get out, who knows? But that's, you know, that's kind of awkward. You're a free person. You're making fun of, not making fun of, but you're chastising somebody else for allowing themselves to be cheated on repeatedly and bring that into their, but yet you go and marry somebody doing life in prison for murder. That's, I mean, that's kind of a bit of a contradiction. And what she don't know is that the respondent in this matter and her daughter, they're clowning her. They're like, that fool ain't coming home. She They're like, but she don't know that. And so she's talking smack to her for being cheated on and staying with the dude, and then they're clowning her for marrying the dude, doing life. This is the mindset of the people that I'm having. This is the inner circle people right here. There's other positive people within the inner circle, but we don't ever hang out with them or see them. She makes sure, even if they live this close, they're way out here. The people that are the most toxic, they're right here. That has to change.